Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Hezru.
I am an enemy.
Hey, Lumi.
Yes.
Are you feeling hungry?
Kinda, actually.
Yeah, we're recording right now before dinner time,
Yep.
which
And
is
we're gonna be even more hungry as we talk.
because today we're talking about food.
Oh my god. You can tell we never plan out these things.
What are you talking about? That was perfect.
Okay.
That was exactly as planned.
Alright.
But yeah, I want to talk about food.
Food! What do
Food.
you feel like eating?
Yeah, what do you want to eat later? No,
I actually don't know.
yeah, I don't know what we're eating. But yeah, food is a very universal thing. You need
Well,
it.
yeah, obviously
you
you need it to
need
survive.
you need it to survive.
I like how we have like a rough outline. The first point that we have is how important is food to you? And like I read that, I'm just like, kind of
No, no.
literally
Okay,
essential because you
listen.
kind of need it to live.
Okay, listen. All right. So she's referring to I write little. Believe it or not, I actually sort of plan things a little bit now. I write little prompts for ourselves, so we have things to talk about and think about. So the first thing I wrote was how important is food to you? But I know you need it to survive. I'm just saying cause some people are like, just give me that Soylent. I just need to drink Soylent all the time.
That's true.
And some people are like, I need a fantastic feast, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's what I mean when I say how important is food to you.
True, true. I mean, also the fact that we're even making a whole episode about food, I think that shows that we both find food very important and we both enjoy food.
Yes, very much so. Noms for
Yeah.
days.
I've had so many people ask me like, Lunmie, why do you always eat so well? I'm just like, I don't know. It's just our family.
Wait,
We just eat.
what do you mean? Wait, they ask you why do you eat so well?
What like how like because they I've had multiple
What are they
people
like?
say like
They want you to eat garbage? Well, I don't
no,
understand.
no, like I mentioned before, sometimes like I'll mention in a stream or whatever that I like had dinner and people be like, "Oh, what'd you eat?" And I'll like list out the things I eat and then people will be like, "Oh my God, that sounds amazing." I'm just like, "Oh, I guess I'm very spoiled when it comes to food."
I guess. I probably am spoiled.
I think yeah, because we're kind of the type to we don't really save in terms of like how we spend our money, where we prioritize and stuff. Like we don't really save a whole lot when it comes to food. Like I'm more likely to save on money on like buying clothes or like other things, but then when it's food, it's like I want to eat good food.
Yeah, I don't. Uh, yeah, I'm not really thinking about saving when I'm eating food.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
video games. I always buy like video games on sale or whatever. You know,
Okay.
I
Well.
don't spend full price. But then like when it comes to food, I'm just like I don't cut corners.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I do that on games either. I'm a very impulsive buyer on games, but
It's another
um,
thing we could talk about in the future, impulsive buying or like buying things in
what
general.
that sounds like
Anyways.
that sounds like an intervention.
Well, maybe it would be for you.
uh, but food is. I mean, look, I'm trying to enjoy my life, and the way I enjoy my life is through eating good food.
I mean, food is actually also a other than something that you need and something you can enjoy and stuff, it's actually also like pretty significant in terms of like culture and stuff,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know? So like yeah, that's food is it's not just like oh be a glutton and just like eat food and but like food has meaning. If you just look across different food types all around the world and stuff, it you know, if you want to get into more in depth, I don't know, like more deep talk about food. You're gonna bring in culture and stuff also. But anyway,
Yeah. No, that's a good point though.
it's actually
Culture.
yeah, and it's actually prevalent if you think about it, because we're Asian American, so we do get that mix of cultural food all the time.
Oh yeah. Like if you ever pay attention to what we're eating on, well, we don't do it as much now in recent years, but when we used to have giant gatherings for Thanksgiving in our families, so our
Hmm.
extended family, we get together. Our Thanksgiving dinners are like a weird mix of like an Asian or like a Chinese potluck plus just traditional Thanksgiving food.
That's true. We have like what we got like turkey stuffed turkey and then like the cranberry sauce and the mashed potatoes and gravy, right? And then we also have
Yeah,
like fried rice.
yeah.
There's like cheesecake and then there's like red bean
Be
soup.
like sushi.
Yeah.
It's like random stuff. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I think food is
So
also a form of expression.
yeah. So food is a big thing for us personally, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're on similar wavelengths when it comes to food in
Hmm.
terms of our approach to food and how much we value food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eating is also a nice social pastime as well.
Mm.
And
It's
yeah.
funny that you bring up the whole culture thing with food. I wasn't really thinking about this before, but
Yeah, I don't think you were either.
no, but it is a very huge connection. And like when I was growing up, I actually had trouble like describing food to friends, like in English. So like
Oh, oh yeah, I still have that. People ask me like what I ate, and I'm like,
yeah, right?
I don't know what this is in English.
Yeah. So our parents are from Taiwan, and
Hmm.
so our home cooking is like a mix of just traditional Chinese stuff, but also like Taiwanese flavors and stuff like that. So you know, basically Chinese food, if you want to categorize it or whatever. Uh, but like I never learned what things were called in English. So our parents speak Chinese to us a lot of times, and especially when it comes to food, we hear everything in Chinese.
Yeah,
So
especially vegetables. For
yeah,
me,
like
at
I had
least.
no like bok choy, which by the way I think is Cantonese. Is from it's like romanization from Cantonese.
I didn't know that. I was always wondering like why. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Huh?
Yeah, well, because it's labeled bok choy in grocery stores, right, in English. But like
Yeah,
if you think about it, in Chinese, we say qinggang cai,
yeah.
which
Specifically,
just
we speak Mandarin, so
does not sound like
yeah.
bok choy at all.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'm
Oh.
assuming maybe it's not Cantonese. If somebody knows,
Yeah, watch us be like completely wrong.
maybe I'm wrong. I assumed it was Cantonese, but maybe I'm wrong. Um, maybe it's not bok choy. I don't know. Anyways, it's definitely not Mandarin, like Chinese Mandarin.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but like I didn't even know that was called bok choy like in English for the
Hmm.
longest time. But we like ate that all the time.
Hmm.
Um, but like yeah, and like I think the funniest thing for me is mung beans because
Oh, yeah.
in Chinese, so I love mung beans by the way. Um,
Hmm.
mung bean soup is probably one of my favorite. It's a dessert item for people that don't know. It's a sweet soup.
Hmm.
Um, it's one of my favorite sweet foods to eat, especially in the summertime because you can eat it chilled and cold. But yeah, it's in Chinese. It's the literal translation would be green bean,
Yeah.
and I just took the literal translation. So when I was talking to friends at school, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I ate some green bean soup for dessert," and they're just like, "What?"
Uh,
And it wasn't until maybe high school or was it junior high that I learned that it's actually called mung beans in uh in English. And I was like, oh, that makes sense because green beans is its own thing in English.
Yep.
Um, so
Wait, but
yeah,
then
it's
is there a difference between that and string beans?
string beans,
No, hold on, now I want to look this up. I'm like
green
impulsively
beans,
looking up
string
these things now.
beans,
What is string bean and green bean? Is that the same thing?
some kind of I don't know,
Some kind of beans.
some kind of bean.
Well,
Look,
anyway,
look, I love foods, but I'm also sometimes like, I don't know, just give me the yummy food. I don't need to know all the details.
true, true.
uh, but yeah, and then on top of foods, specific foods, there's also like ways of cooking that,
Yeah, it's just
across
vastly
cultures.
different. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't know how to say like so vice versa. There was like English terminology for cooking that I didn't understand. Well, one, because I don't really cook, and then the type of cooking that I see in my household or in my home growing up is Asian cooking, Chinese cooking. So, like I would hear later on as I got older, right, and I kind of dabbled in cooking or whatever, I would hear English terminology such as broiled,
Oh my God, I was gonna say, I still don't know what broiled really
and
is.
I was like, the first time I heard broiled, I thought someone just spelled boiled wrong. And I was like, what is broiled? And then I like had to look it up. And then even when I look it up, I'm like, wait, what does that equate to in like Chinese cooking? Because everything in my head is like Chinese cooking.
Wait, is broiled between baked and boiled or something? Like a mash of the two concepts?
Baked in. I don't
What is broil?
I don't think
I still
that's
don't know.
I don't think there's any baking involved, is there? And broiled?
I don't know.
Pretty sure
You know
broiling
what
just
broil
means
is? I'm still confused what broil is.
I thought broil just meant you expose it to like heat
Oh,
really quickly or something.
what the fuck does that mean? Isn't all cooking exposed to heat?
No, like because there's like slow cooking. So at the point of broiling, I think is to like quickly
Look some.
cook it on the exterior.
Oh, okay.
I think. Here's the thing: I don't cook, so I could be making shit up, but
Yeah.
but that's my impression of what broiling means.
Mhm.
If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me.
Yeah, like I think a big thing is we don't really use the oven. Like I use it to bake stuff. We don't often use the oven to make like meals,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
it's a common thing if you make like wow, I'm blanking out. If you make like casseroles or stuff like that,
yeah.
or like pot roast. Is right pot
Or
roast is in the oven, I think. Is it?
yes, although yeah,
This just shows how little we know.
I don't. Stop asking me questions about cooking. I can't cook.
That's true. I probably have cooked more often than you, but even then, whenever I've cooked, it's also been largely Asian style. Like I just throw stuff in a pan, put some sauce on it.
It's just stir fry stuff.
Yeah, I pretty much always just stir fry stuff. With the extent of my cooking is like boiling things or stir frying things.
But you know what? Like the prep time for stir fry is like if you're not just throwing leftovers in there, like prep time for stir fry is a long ass time.
I mean, it depends what you're making.
Well, because you're
I
usually
make very simple things
oh
personally.
well, because I was gonna say because you usually have like several ingredients in stir fry, so you gotta prep all that, chop things up.
Oh, mine's usually just freaking two things. Just put like chicken and mushroom or something.
That's not stir fry. I mean, I guess that's stir fry.
Well, it's in the pan. I don't know.
It's in the pan, stir fry. Oh, that's a pancake.
Shut up. Speaking of pancakes,
Yeah, what? Why do you?
I
What?
was gonna say favorite
Was,
food, breakfast food. Holy
oh,
crap!
I was like, where
Sorry,
are
that
you
was a
gonna?
big segue.
I was like, where are you going with this?
We're
Speaking of
talking about
pancakes.
we were talking about like cooking type, but then you mentioned pancake, and then I remembered that like favorite food.
Yeah.
That's like an example of a where I'm so used to eating like Asian style, but then like personally, I really love American like breakfast food type.
Mm. Yeah, I love breakfast food too. And I don't know if it's because, yeah, like you said, because we eat Asian food all the time, that like American food is refreshing to us.
We eat pretty even. Well, I guess depends. I mean, living at home definitely we eat more Asian, but
Mm.
um, I mean we eat out various types of food.
I think I eat more balanced types of food when I'm living alone.
Yeah, same.
Because when I'm at home with you and our parents, like I end up eating way more Chinese food,
Hmm.
which is fine. Uh, it's just, once in a while I'll crave just American food or any other food, Like, so I like a lot of different types of food. Uh, Mexican, Italian, Japanese, Chinese. I guess those are the major ones in my head that I like.
Depends on just where we live and the type of stuff that's available to us.
That's true. You gotta have like good places to eat. I mean, if you're not cooking and you're going
Hmm.
out to eat.
Yeah, because the big thing for me is like I love our home cooking so much that I actually really, really do not like most Chinese restaurants that I eat at. It just to me it just pales in
Uh,
comparison to what we eat at home. So I would actually rather eat like just other types of food.
it's all right, but I definitely have like very specific Chinese dishes that I order outside.
Hmm.
Like I always like black pepper beef or whatever.
Hmm.
That's always good to me.
And this is another interesting thing. Um, I don't know if maybe it's just a cultural thing or just with Chinese food, when you go to different restaurants, like no matter which Chinese restaurant you go to, a lot of times there'll be like staple like dishes, like the black pepper beef or like
Yeah.
walnut shrimp or something like that. Like it's
Well,
every Chinese restaurant has those dishes and they're not too far off from each other. Like they're prepared really similarly, even though like they
yeah.
may adjust the taste a little bit. But for the most part, it's like very much the same. Whereas like I guess if you go to like any other like American restaurant, it's just like every restaurant is just very different menus and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of those dishes are popularized in America specifically.
Well, yeah, that too.
Like I'm pretty sure if you go to restaurants in like China or Taiwan or wherever in Asia and you
Hmm.
try to order some of these things, I don't think it's that popular. Like honey walnut shrimp,
Well, honey walnut shrimp is
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
not maybe not that one,
that's like a yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a very like Chinese American thing.
but they're still pretty common. Um, well,
Are you saying you're surprised at how consistent it is across like Chinese restaurants in America?
yeah. Well, then again, I guess it's the equivalent of like
That's like
the equivalent of how like well, there's American, what's a common American food? I guess burgers across various restaurants that are all like slightly different.
to me it's like saying a lot of Mexican restaurants have like al pastor tacos. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just like a thing. Like if you're serving tacos, you're probably gonna have some al pastor.
True.
Uh, that's how I see it. For this like the Chinese foods you mentioned. There's
Well, there's
definitely,
probably others. I can't think of any like off the top of my head.
well, I mean, like a very Americanized Chinese dish is orange chicken.
Well, okay. I mean, I wasn't really talking about Americanized. Chinese dishes though.
Yeah, but I mean, some of the things you listed are still kind of
I listed two things. I couldn't think of anything else.
uh.
What else is common? Pork belly, braised pork belly over rice.
Well, that's a specifically Taiwanese. You're talking about the Taiwanese one?
Oh, yeah, I guess that is specifically Chinese, huh?
I don't know.
I don't know. It all gets jumbled for me,
Like
especially being American.
I think certain dishes get popular no matter where you go in the world. Like certain
Hmm.
dishes get popular. They're more popular in certain regions, and you'll see it in different restaurants.
Hmm.
Um, and like ideally, a good restaurant can put their own spin on it, but still be true to its origins. Um, but a lot of simple restaurants, they're just trying to put out, like a good, solid, basic version of it. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
Because sometimes some restaurants, they try to reinvent the wheel. They try to be too fancy. And then I'm like, this sucks.
like in general, or are you talking about like a specific kind of
In
type of
general,
food?
like there's
Oh,
sometimes, I mean, it's just, I mean, my personal taste, but there's certain times where I'll eat something at a restaurant and I'm like, you tried too hard. Like you tried too hard to make this like some unique weird thing. You should have just made it normally and you probably would have been good. That's how I feel about a lot of fusion food actually. I'm not
fusion food is hard to pull off.
I'm not saying it can't be good. There's definitely good fusion food, but I've also had fusion food where I'm just like eating it and I'm like, why? Like, why did you do this?
Yeah,
Because the concept is like you're taking the best of two worlds and mashing it together, right? And it should be even better. But sometimes you take two good things, you mash it together, and it turns into one shitty thing.
yep.
But I've definitely had some good fusion food out there, specifically like food trucks. There's like really good fusion food trucks.
Oh man, I miss food trucks.
Yeah, I kind of miss that too. I also miss just going out.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of food, there's a lot of food that can't eat or I haven't eaten in so long because we've been staying in so much.
Yeah, or just like it's not as it's not as fresh or good when you get it to go.
Yeah, yeah, that too.
Um, which sometimes I don't care. I mean, like I don't know. Do you ever have this? Like sometimes I'm in more of a picky mood than other times. Like there'll be some times where I'm like I'll eat leftover like reheated something and I'm perfectly happy with it. And then there are other times where I'm just like I want to eat this like fresh cooked.
I don't know if I'm so picky with leftover kind of things. I'm fine when it comes to leftovers. I'm usually not picky.
Hmm.
Like I don't mind just reheating it.
I mean, I think I usually am not picky either. I'm just saying sometimes I'm just like in a mood for like I'll still eat it. It's not like I don't eat leftovers. I'm just saying sometimes I'll feel like the desire to have something something fancier, something more upscale or something like that.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I don't know. But then
I
other
feel like
times I'm like, oh, this eat trash food. I don't really care.
yeah, I think for the most part I'm the type to like I'll eat a lot of things. Like I'm willing to eat a lot of things, but like really, really enjoying something, that's like a much higher bar for me.
Yeah. I okay. I guess right. Sometimes you're
Yeah,
just
because there's some people who are picky to the point where they're just not gonna eat something even if they are hungry.
oh, I'm not
You
that
know?
picky.
Oh, I know some
Like
people who are very
I'll eat like I mean I'll eat regardless, but like what I'm saying is the enjoyment I get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Sometimes I want that extra enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know picky eaters?
Do I know picky eaters?
Mhm.
Our mom.
What?
She
How
don't
is she?
she don't eat vegetables.
She eats more vegetables than me, I think.
Okay, then to me you're both picky.
What? I'm not that. Eat them now. I definitely eat vegetables now. I just don't like them. So you don't know picky, okay? Like
I don't know.
I have
You don't think
friends. What?
you don't think our mom's kind of picky?
Not that bad.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you don't know actual. Okay, I have friends, two friends.
Just put
Um,
'em on
one
blast.
of one of them knows who she. One of them knows who she is. Good friend of. You know what? Just yeah, y'all go check out her channel. Blah blah blah. Anyways, she
Whoa. Just dropping her
she's
name.
fine. It's fine. All right, it's just fine with it. I'm sure it's fine. We
Uh-huh.
make fun of her all the time. She's
Okay.
very very picky. Pretty much only eats bread. Actually, it's not just her. I know some like friends who like. There's some people who will only like pretty much only eat very specific
Wait,
things.
she will only eat bread? Is that what you said?
Yes. I mean, okay, she'll only eat other things, but for the most part, if we're going to eat, a lot of times it'll just be like chicken tenders or grilled cheese,
Yeah.
just for bread.
What's wrong with that? Or are you saying
What do you mean
she'll
what's wrong with
only
that?
eat that?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. I guess
That's what I'm
it's
saying. Like picky eater, like I've met some friends who are very picky eaters. Who
okay.
pretty much yeah. And so therefore by, relative comparison, I don't think I'm that picky.
Okay. Fine, I guess.
Because
Only eating.
there's a difference between like actively avoiding food and being just like, I don't really like this, but I'll eat it.
Oh, but to
You
me,
know.
okay, maybe I just have a different definition of picky. Because to me, that's being picky.
What?
Like having an opinion of like I don't like this to me is like picky. But like whether you eat it or not is I don't know.
Wait, hold on. What? Everyone's a picky eater then. There's no way that there's very few
No, no, no.
people who
But
will like
to me, someone who's
not have an opinion on like
no,
the stuff that
I'm
they
not
eat.
saying you can't have opinions. I'm saying a picky eater is someone who doesn't like a lot of things, right?
Yeah, okay. I think
So
a
so
lot of people are like that.
so to me, somebody who says they don't like vegetables is wild to me because that's an entire freaking food group that you just said that you don't like.
Yeah, it's an entirely disgusting food group.
uh, like I feel like that's a picky eater because I'm like you just said you don't like so many things.
Wait, hold on a second. You don't like fruits though, right?
I don't I don't not like fruits. No, here okay. I I don't
What?
I'm trying to find the words to describe my relationship with fruit right now.
Oh my god.
No, okay, I feel like the problem is because in in our culture, for some freaking reason, we gotta be shoving our faces with fruit all the time. And like I'm what I'm referring to is our like Taiwanese culture or Chinese culture. It's like bizarre to me how much like you finish a meal, eat some fruit. I'm like, why does fruit always follow a meal?
Fruit?
Huh?
I like fruit.
Yeah, no,
It's sweet. It's
it's
like dessert.
no, I like fruit. I'm just saying I feel like I've been forced to eat fruit so much that it's made me kind of just like not
Yeah, well,
enjoy
I've
it
been
that much.
forced to eat vegetables all the time.
I mean, but I feel like I'm being forced to eat an excessive amount of fruit, and I feel like that's not even good for me. Like the amount of sugar there is.
I mean, fine. I understand vegetables are actually like the probably the most important or one of the most important things. That's the reason why I eat it. I don't like it though.
Okay, well,
You are picky though. You're picky
what am I
with your
picky with?
meats.
Okay,
Like
I
you
don't
really
like
you only chop
cartilage.
like fat and the cartilage and like the
Yeah,
skin and stuff, and
tendons and all that.
you just chomp through it. No.
No, I want meat. I'm here to
But
eat
but
meat.
the tender,
I'm not
juicy,
I'm not
fatty meat is
here
so good.
I'm not here to eat a joint, like an elbow joint full of
Eat a
cartilage and tendons and like I want to
eat a
eat meat.
burger joint hanging it. Okay, anyway. Um, what else was I gonna say? There's a couple of things that you're picky with also.
But I'm not
That being
as
one of them.
picky. What am I picky with?
What else? You complain about fish so much.
Okay, hold on. Hold up. Hold the phone. I like fish. Let's first put that statement out there. I like
Uh-huh.
fish.
Uh-huh.
I hate bones.
It's not that hard to pick them out.
No, it's I get very impatient.
Hmm.
So it's not that I don't it's the opposite. I don't want to be picky. 'Cause I don't want to be picking bones out of my fish.
Eh, Ooh, shark.
Yeah, I just want to
Ooh, shark snake
I want to
thing.
inhale I want to inhale my food.
Oh my god. What's another thing? Are you fast eater or slow eater?
You know, I used to be a really slow eater. Well,
What do you mean used to? You're still a slow eater.
whoa! What do you mean? I'm not a slow eater.
You're still pretty slow.
If I'm slow, it's because I'm chatting with people. It's not because I'm actually slow.
Hmm. Hmm.
I used to be like actually slow. Like I'm putting all of my time focused on eating and I'm still slow.
I mean, I'm the slowest eater I know, so
Uh,
sometimes you finish it after me.
yeah, but I feel like that's just because I was really chatty during the meal.
I mean, I guess so. You never shut up, and hence why these podcasts exist.
Maybe I should be doing mukbangs then if I'm just chatting all the time when I'm eating.
Oh, you should. Oh, that'd be nice. I'm getting hungry.
uh, no, like I think I eat fairly fast now. I think it's more just like I get hindered by talking or my attention gets averted to like
Yeah, you're just ADHD.
I can't focus on the meal or something. I don't know.
Mm,
But in
I
terms of
guess
like
so.
the actual act of putting something in my mouth, chewing and swallowing it, it's a pretty fast process.
Suppose.
Sometimes I don't
Yeah.
even chew it. And then I get stomach aches.
Funny how I'm the slowest eater I know, and then like my mom is probably the fastest eater I know.
Yo, our mom eats so fast.
Everyone I've known is like lies in between.
I don't think I've met anyone who eats faster than our mom.
You know, sometimes it's hard to tell too because sometimes she doesn't eat that much, but then sometimes she does eat a lot. It's just all fast.
Okay, I have legit like sat down next to her and felt like she just did a magic trick.
Disappear.
Yeah, like I'm like what I got up for a second and everything is gone now.
That's also like the snacks in our house.
Yeah, snacks disappear really fast in our house. So you know what? Okay, so that's an interesting thing, like snacking. When you're by yourself, because I feel like it's a little different when we're at home with our parents. When you're by yourself, do you snack?
Um, yeah, I think so. Not a lot, but I do.
I don't think I snack like at all.
Really? Really? You don't eat like eat chips once in a while or like
No, and the reason I notice this is because like I don't think of buying snacks when I'm shopping for myself.
Oh.
And like, I mean, I'll have snacks because like our mom will drop it off or something, or somebody
Mm.
will give me snacks. Like any snacks I have in my house is like given to me by others. Uh,
Oh, snack god.
snack,
Dropping off
snack,
snacks.
snack offerings.
The mysterious
um,
gnomes have brought snacks in the night.
no, it's I mean I yeah, mysterious gnomes. It's a little creepy. How do gnomes get into my house?
They're mysterious. They have
It's
mysterious ways.
mystical gnomes. Um, I mean,
Oh, we
like, no,
forgot.
it's it's like really nice that people give me snacks. It's really nice, and I'll eat them if I have them around. But yeah, I really just don't snack that much unless I'm like, unless the only time I've realized I snack on my own is if I'm being really lazy on a weekend and I'm watching TV or something. Then I'll
Mm,
start snacking.
hmm.
But like outside of that, I don't like snack, which is part of why I feel like I don't eat fruit that much because to me fruit is a snack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't really I definitely eat way more snacks at home just because our parents buy a bunch of snacks. Um
Hmm.
so I feel like there's this like constant pressure of like we need to finish all these snacks.
I mean, I snacked a lot. Well, the thing is, living alone or not with parents. That's honestly, it's only been when I was in college.
Hmm.
So me snacking in college was a little bit out of stress eating, a little bit out of just like sometimes replacing meals, which is probably not a good idea
Oh, yeah,
in hindsight.
I've done that before, like in college.
Yeah, just just get a big bag of chips and just nom away, and then it's like, oh, it's midnight.
Yeah,
I didn't
or
eat dinner.
I've eaten like cereal like for 3 meals in a day before.
Oh my God. Uh, yes, you see, we do not cook.
Yeah. I used to get so much delivery too. I used to get so
Oh.
much delivery in college that I still do this now though when I live by myself. I still get delivery a lot, but I got delivery so much in college that I would have like a stack of just like bags from like delivery.
Oh,
I remember one time my roommate like saw all of the bags and he was just like, "Dude, how much delivery have you eaten in the last week?"
yes.
But I mean, it's so
Uh,
convenient. They bring
y-
food to your door.
yes.
It's amazing.
Speaking of snacking though, isn't it supposedly healthier or something to eat smaller portions or something? Like more portions and smaller portions or something like that.
What? More? Oh, more like more meals or whatever, but smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard like a million different things about how you should be eating.
Yeah, that's true. There's always new stuff about diet and it's all confusing.
I never really, I mean, I'm not a food scientist or nutritionist or anything, so I don't really know. All I can say is I go by what feels right for my body. Uh,
Yeah.
and I can definitely say eating less meals that are large uh, has a negative impact on my body.
Wait, so you're better off with larger meals?
No, I'm saying less meals that are large is bad for me. Because like what ends up happening is I'll like binge a bunch of food in one meal,
Oh, okay. I see.
which um is kind of satisfying, I guess, to like eat a crap ton of food when you're hungry. But then
I
like
do that.
yeah, I mean at one point in my life, I was eating like one or two meals a day.
Hmm.
Some days one meal, and that was really not healthy. I feel like I got a lot of I feel like I got a lot of problems out of that. Uh, Probably messed up my body a little bit,
I
but
see.
yeah, I don't know. Like I think eating 3 meals is good. I don't know. I'm no expert, but it feels better than me eating 1 or 2 meals.
Wait a minute. You don't even eat 3 meals, though. You don't eat breakfast.
I sometimes don't. So I have to if I eat breakfast, it can only be a light breakfast, like a snack bar or something.
It's true. I also eat very light for breakfast.
Yeah, like I can't eat like a full-on breakfast meal unless it's brunch, where I'm eating it for like lunch basically,
Or for dinner.
or for dinner. Yeah, I could eat breakfast food anytime, but uh, yeah, I I'm not. Well, I mean, I'm not a morning person, if you listen to our other episode about sleeping and dreams, I think I mentioned that uh, part of not being a morning person is I don't really eat breakfast.
Yeah. Well, I would have thought that you don't eat breakfast because you don't freaking wake up in the morning, so you you just eat lunch.
Yeah, but I mean, I work, so I wake up in the morning for work.
Well, yeah, it's true.
But I'm just like not in the mood usually. So like when I still was going to the office,
Hmm.
I work from home now. I don't go into the office now. But when I was going to the office, I would eat I would just eat like a snack bar when I got to the office. And I would just eat it at my
Oh.
desk like while I'm working.
Hmm.
And that was like my breakfast. So I didn't like eat anything before I went out the door in the morning because frankly I always say like my stomach is just not awake.
Hmm.
Like it's just I'm not hungry. I actually in fact don't have an appetite until maybe a good 2 hours after I wake up. I suppose a solution to this would be to wake up even earlier so that I'm actually want to eat before I leave in the morning,
Yeah, but you don't wake up.
but I don't wake up, so that's not gonna work. I don't know. Do you? You say you don't really eat breakfast, or you do, or what?
Uh, I think I also eat very light for breakfast. I could just go. I could just wait for lunch. I'm also not. I also don't. I don't wake up hungry usually. Um,
Hmm.
I guess I don't know. Sometimes I eat. Sometimes I don't. Uh, I think generally I do try to eat something for breakfast because I remembered one time. Um, well, I'm not sure what the cause was, but one time in college I almost fainted in a research lab because of either I didn't because I didn't eat enough in the morning, or maybe it's just because I was like not sleeping for like a week or two.
That's wild.
But yeah, I usually try to remind myself that it's probably a good idea to eat something. And there's actually different things that you could eat in the morning that would help with being more energized. Because a lot of times growing up, we always often would eat like pastries or baked goods or something to that extent for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of sick of it. Like, I would rather eat something else for breakfast. So sometimes I'll be eating like a banana or an apple or like yogurt for breakfast, which I think is better personally.
I kind of like a banana in the morning too. Banana's good.
Yeah, the potassium.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I guess switching it up is a little nice. I feel like I'm so used to eating like pastries and bread though that
Really? I'm sick of it.
I'm not. I mean, I like bread.
I mean, I like bread, but I don't know.
I like Asian bread.
Well, I like really good Asian bread.
If people haven't, if you've never been to a good Asian bakery, people who are listening. You need to go find one.
I feel bad. Okay, you know what? Maybe I am picky. Like, I'm thinking about it because, like, I'm sick of like a lot of the breads that we usually eat.
See, that's part of going back to our discussion of being picky. That's part of the thing of being picky is you get sick of stuff.
But you get no. Okay, I mean, you definitely have gotten sick of things before, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
normal?
but I don't. I feel like I don't easily get sick of things.
I don't know. I guess it depends on the food.
Like I have to eat. If I get sick of something, I probably didn't like it that much to begin with,
Well, maybe I didn't like the bread that much to begin with then.
which is another reason why you're picky.
What?
Because you didn't like the bread.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I'm making up my own definitions.
Yeah, it's just I think it's just some of the pastries I could eat
Is it
for
the
a long
sweet?
time.
Is it
Some
the
I don't
sweet ones or the salty, savory ones you don't like, or is it just all of it?
like. Hmm. Well, now I'm trying to think of like what kind of pastry do you eat a lot all the time?
I tend to eat the more savory ones if it's like for breakfast.
Oh,
So I'll eat
okay. Yeah.
like a ham and cheese pastry, like bread, or like a spinach and bacon.
You know what? I think it's the bread itself a lot of times. I don't know why.
So you don't
I think
like bread then?
especially well, it's especially the type of bread that we often get. It's there's something about like I think the exterior, like the coating or something on the bread. I don't know if they add like extra stuff or whatever because
What?
like if it's
The coating on the bread? What are you talking about?
yeah, I don't know. It's maybe it's the bread itself. I'm not sure. But then like I'll eat the like sliced bread. Like I really like sliced bread from the same place.
What? All right. I don't. I guess I don't
But
really know.
obviously, you know, the sliced bread they make is different from the pastry that they make, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's it's like a different.
For sure. Yeah, so I guess I just don't like whatever the way that they're making the
You don't like
pastry bread.
pastries.
Maybe. But the ones in Taiwan are so good.
You like where?
In Taiwan are so good.
Oh,
But I mean, I guess that's really high standard, so
yeah. I mean, some of the best bread I ever had was it in bakeries in Taiwan.
yeah. So I guess it just all comes around to me being picky in terms of like I don't know, I just have really high standards for what I consider yummy food, I suppose.
You know,
Uh,
sometimes I wonder if our desire for or our high standards for food comes from being like Taiwanese American or having like Taiwanese origins. Because I feel like people in Taiwan are obsessed with food.
yeah, I mean, food is a big thing. Anytime like my biggest recommendation for anyone who's interested in going to Taiwan, it's like the number one thing is just to eat food.
Yeah,
Tourist attractions, the food first. Food first.
I mean that's like the first thing we think about.
Food is the tourist attraction.
Yeah, it's like the first thing we're like planning when we're like gonna go to Taiwan. We're like, oh man, okay, we gotta eat this, we gotta eat this.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Um, and I feel like that culture of obsession with like finding good food or eating good food has been passed on to us here.
Yeah, probably.
Of course, you know, everyone's definition of what's good is different, but
It's true. I mean, I could eat like, you know, cheap, quote, quote, trashy food, but it's delicious.
yeah. Like there's people who just hate on fast food, right?
Well, fast so good though.
But yeah, like I love fast food. Like if it wasn't unhealthy, I would eat it more.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Uh
I mean,
It's
I
it's
like fancy ramen and I also love instant noodles, just cheap ass instant noodles.
like the only thing that's stopping me from eating more fast food is the health concerns.
Yeah, same.
Like otherwise, I'm down for eating. I'm like McDonald's, Wendy's.
Yeah, steak and shake.
I really like Arby's, which I know is controversial because a lot of people are not a fan of Arby's, but I like Arby's.
I like Arby's. I like their fries.
Curly fries.
So good.
Like I just get a
Dude, I
beef
want
and
steak and
cheddar
shake
and some
now.
curly fries. Steak and shake, great too. Cheap
I'm
cheap
hungry.
burgers, but good. Uh,
Oh my god.
we've had In-N-Out,
Yeah.
which was great.
Had
In-N-Out
Shake
was really
Shack.
good. We've had Shake Shack, which was also good.
Oh,
Um,
food.
I used to eat Smash Burger a lot. It was a burger
Oh
place
yeah.
I used to go
hmm
to.
See, my number one motivator for working out is food.
Yeah.
To eat the unhealthy foods. I know it's unhealthy for my body, so I must exercise. That is my number one motivator for exercising, is so I don't feel so bad when I eat delicious food.
Yeah. It's I didn't really used to think like that, but I do now. I mean, I had really high metabolism when I was younger. So
Oh, oh yeah.
I was just like whatever. I eat what I
hmm
want, do what I want.
hmm
Now I'm a little more conscious of the effect food has on my body.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm totally down for fast food. My
What is
metabolism is still fairly high enough that I can get away with eating fast food.
hmm
And then there's like fast casual foods.
fast, fast casual?
Yeah, like Chipotle,
Oh,
where
yeah, I
it's like not
guess.
quite fast food, but it's still uh like
Certainly
chain.
not healthy. Yes.
I mean, it's like what makes it not healthy though? The cheese and the meat, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably. Also, well, okay, I
Like
suppose
how's
you could
that any?
argue that some people would say just like eating out in general is not healthy because of, naturally these restaurants will try to add, make food as flavorful as possible, and a lot of times that includes like, sodium and whatever and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I could see how eating out probably results in like high sodium content in your meals.
I
But
mean, it's not like, yeah, Chipotle's not like, like deep fried stuff. So I guess relatively it's not that bad.
yeah, but like what I think is weird to me is when people are like, "Oh, I don't want to eat out because it's unhealthy," right? And then they cook at home, but then the stuff they cook at home is also salty too. So it's like you're still eating high sodium content. It's just that you're cooking it instead of buying it.
Well, yeah, it's depends on the person. Some people will actually cook healthy. Some people, maybe not so healthy.
Yeah, I just feel like there's this stigma out there of like eating out equals unhealthy, and I don't agree with that. I feel like it's where you eat and also what you order at the place. It depends. Like I have a gripe with uh people who call Panda Express unhealthy because you can
It's like
eat.
the MSG or whatever.
They don't put MSG.
Oh, okay, I don't know. That's what people say, or at least that's what I've heard. It's,
I don't think they put MSG.
I don't know.
But like um I just think it's funny when people are like, "Oh, Panda Express is so unhealthy." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, it is if you're ordering like the lo mein, which is already salty and oily, and
hmm
then you get orange chicken and Beijing beef, which are both fried beefs, like fried meats, and then you're like
Beijing beef.
drizzling a bunch of sauce on it. It's like, yeah, of course that's unhealthy. But
What?
if you get like white rice and you get like teriyaki chicken without extra sauce, or you get like mushroom chicken or something that's lighter
Well,
and not
mushroom could be
fried,
good.
right? It's not that's not any different than just like eating Chinese food at home where we have white rice and we have these dishes of like chicken and beef and whatever. I don't know.
Did you just say Beijing beef? What is that?
Yeah, you ever eat Panda Express?
Only a few times.
It's like this. It's like pieces of I don't know pieces of beef that are fried basically, and it's in this.
Fried beef?
Imagine like yeah, yeah. Well, so it's not chunks. It's like slices or something like that. I don't know.
Huh. Alright, I'll look it up later.
But the flavor profile is very similar to orange chicken, and it's fried.
Okay.
I think it's like spicy technically or something. I don't know. But I don't know. Like it's just funny to me when people complain about Panda Express being unhealthy, and then I'm like, you're also picking like the most unhealthiest options there, so it's kind of your own fault.
I always get the mushroom chicken. It's delicious.
Yeah, I like that. And I started getting like the teriyaki chicken sometimes. I would eat it at work because it was like in my office building.
Hmm.
But I would get teriyaki chicken without the sauce, um, because then it's just pretty much it's just like grilled chicken with a little bit of like seasoning or not seasoning, marinade or whatever on it. So I don't know. And I always get white rice. I don't if I'm feeling a little more like I want to eat more junky or whatever, then I'll get like fried rice. But yeah, sorry, I just like went on a rant about this is not sponsored by Panda Express or anything. I'm just like this is because this like comes up in my office sometimes. People are like, oh, I don't want to eat Panda Express because it's unhealthy, and then they like go to I don't know, they go like somewhere else, like they get a sandwich and chips, and I'm like, how's that? I mean, you just got chips. How's that really any healthier? I don't know. Like, and
Hmm.
you got like and you're drinking like Sprite. Uh,
Mm. Yeah.
um, but yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about fast casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like fast casual as well. Chipotle, Naf Naf, they're common
Yeah.
places.
I've realized that I tend to like foods that is just like everything in a bowl or in a dish.
Oh, just like
'Cause I-
everything mixed together.
yeah, because I really like Chipotle. I like Naf Naf. I like those those stir fry kind of places like Who Hut or like Flat Top.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then like a lot of my favorite home cooked meals are actually like fried rice
Mm,
or a curry or the spaghetti that we make at home.
yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of my favorite stuff is like a one entree kind of thing,
Mm.
which is interesting because most Chinese style of eating is multiple dishes with a bowl of rice. But I like mixing everything together, which I suppose is a little bit more westernized. Huh.
I guess. I mean, but there's like in Japanese, there's like dons, like rice bowls in
Well,
Japanese
yeah,
food.
yeah.
And then there's like bentos. There's Chinese bentos and Japanese bentos, Korean bentos. Do Koreans eat bentos? I admittedly don't eat Korean food as much.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I'm actually not sure.
there's bibimbap. That's like a bowl with a bunch of stuff in it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Hmm.
I especially like having a fried egg on like a bowl of rice.
Oh, fried egg.
Well, fried egg on like anything really.
Yes.
Fried egg in
We're
a
talking about
sandwich.
like runny fried egg kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. I love putting runny egg in like my instant noodles or over my rice, over like anything.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting so hungry.
Yeah, my stomach is actually grumbling.
Ugh. I feel like there's so much we could keep talking about food,
Yeah,
but we've been talking about it for a bit now, and I'm getting really hungry.
yeah. I think we actually should eat dinner soon, anyways.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for thanks to everyone for listening, watching
Yeah.
this podcast.
Tell us what your favorite food is. Any guilty pleasure foods. If there is a one food you could eat forever that you had, well, like, yeah, what was one food you could eat forever, I guess. That's like a common
One
question
food.
people ask.
Yeah. What's one food you can eat forever? For me, it's probably fried rice. I could eat that forever.
Yeah. There are so many I could pick, but I guess fried rice.
It's just so like it's got everything,
Yeah, it's
and
good.
it's simple. It's delicious, and there's variation, so it's a little bit of a cheat answer.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah. Cool. Um, Lumi, where can people find you?
You can find me on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel, all under the name Lunmie. Uh, and also my Twitter, all those things, them links.
Awesome.
Yeah.
If you like this podcast, give us a like and a subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
Yeah, all those things. You
If
leave
you're
a comment.
if you're hungry, subscribe.
Yeah. If you're hungry, subscribe. Why are we gonna give them food?
I didn't say we're giving up food. I'm just saying if you're
Oh,
hungry.
okay. All right. If you eat food,
If
subscribe.
you if you eat food, if you're alive, subscribe.
Oh my god.
Okay, that would crazy. All right. Thanks for watching and listening.
Bye.